Just point out, the last two people to exit this stage went immediately to my right and tripped. Let no one tell you that we don't learn at CEI. I came around this side.
It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Competitive Enterprise Institute's 40th anniversary dinner here at the glorious National Cathedral. Can you believe this place?
Economic freedom saves lives. But it does much more than that. It enables creation, innovation, and growth. And few people understand that better or argue for it more coherently, more eloquently, and with more panache than Magatte, our brilliant winner of the 2024 Julian L Prize.
Eventually, the question became, how come some countries like mine are poor while others are rich? Laws, regulations, they're hidden. People don't know, but they rule all of this. In the US, less than 20 minutes, depending on how fast you type or write, to set up your LLC. Cost you a couple $100. You open your bank account with almost no money, and then you hire at will. Compare that to Senegal. By that time, when we did that the first time, it took almost 2 years to legally register the business. In order to hire anybody or fire anybody, I had to have the authorization of the government officials. I thought it was normal. You're poor because you don't have enough money. Not enough money because you don't have a source of income. A source of income for most of us is a job. Where do jobs come from? The private sector. What does the private sector need? An enabling business environment. Oh, but wait, you just told me that these countries are the ones where it's the worst to start and run a business. There, at last, I had my answer. My continent is the poorest region in the world today because it happens to be the most over-regulated region in the world.
I say it all the time, we're in the regulatory trenches. The really cool stuff of life, it happens out there. It certainly doesn't happen at galas or in Washington or at bureaus or agencies. Because ingenuity creates solutions for problems, the problems of our neighbors. If you're an entrepreneur, it's a solution for people maybe you have not even met. And it's through the mysteries of the market that entrepreneurs and you become our heroes. Through free enterprise. Together we're going to, I assure you, and I assure George, we are going to radically change an unaccountable regulatory state.
Now, George has been doing this for a long time, so he won the Pulitzer Prize 20 years before any normal person had ever sent an email. But he's a really good emailer. And I have a theory about why that is. When COVID really first started happening, I wrote to him to ask about something. I asked him how he was dealing with all the madness around COVID. And he said he was practicing social distancing. In fact, he'd been practicing social distancing for about 79 years at that point. And he thought he was getting pretty good at it. I think it's fair to say that when I was a teenager, I wanted to grow up to be George Will. And the truth is that I still do. So please welcome to our stage tonight, the winner of the 2024 Prometheus Award for Human Achievement, the unparalleled George Will.
The first rule of economics is that scarcity is real. There's not enough stuff to go around. Hard decisions must be made, priorities established. The first rule of politics is to ignore the first rule of economics. The Americans right now seem to believe that they can go on with the regulatory state and with the deficits that it encourages and get away with it saying, so far, so good. Everyone in America with any sense wants to see the temperature of our politics lowered. Well, the way you lower the temperature of politics is to lower the stakes of politics. CEI must often feel not like Prometheus, but like Sisyphus, constantly rolling uphill, something that rolls back down. CEI wins every argument it has, and then it has to go back and start making that argument over again. Because in politics, there are no final victories. Public opinion is shiftable sand, and CEI is the biggest shovel we've got for liberty.